LIQWYD dude here, doing a quick review on the 200-gallon North Star sprayer. So far I have 0 complaints. See, I took the gun off that came with this, put the LIQWYD gun on it. 2 gallons per minute, yellow nozzle. I did wire up a battery. I got a lawnmower battery in here for the reel. Probably dead right now. It's got some juice. I usually charge before I go out every time. Tagged it up with my own branding. Has the Honda engine, reliable. The reel is a 300 foot hose. Of course, I keep my stuff labeled. Got about 25 gallons in there right now. As a jet agitator. And the wheels and the tongue, I've had a lot of questions about that on IG. They are a separate purchase. It's called the Highway Kit. Also came with the rear lights on it. Highway Kit is nice because you can hook it up to your truck, bring it back, unhook it, park it, be done with it. Hook up your mow trailer, your dump trailer, whatever. But I'll get into why I got this tank. Basically, I had the LIQWYD 200-gallon last year, and I had that for a few years. I actually got it from a trade years ago. That thing always had problems, always had leaks to replace, fittings rather, from the chemical corrosion. It's just an old tank. Started having engine issues, pump issues, and adding up how much it costs to replace an engine and a pump. It just got to the point where it made more sense for me to get something reliable, to where I could tell my clients to come out to spray a certain day and know I'm going to be able to spray that day because the tank works. So when I was shopping for tanks, most of them were like $5,000, $6,000, maybe even $7,000. And when you're a business like mine, where the treatments, they're important, but they're not your number one income source for your company, to where it warrants spending that much money on a tank, you kind of start to shop a little bit and see if you can still get commercial quality, but not spend an arm and a leg. That was basically like spending money on the lawnmower. Now, if it's your primary business, I understand that fully, but for me, it's not. Not at this point, anyways. We're probably moving into that a little bit, to where it's takes up more of a percentage than it has in the past. But I found a North Star sprayer, and I was debating on if it made sense to get it for commercial. And after lots of thought and lots of advice from many, I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. And I said, you know what, let me go ahead and get the highway kit, because I would love to have it in the back of the truck. But the problem with that is you have a tank in the back of your truck, and you have no way to really move the tank out, because I don't have a forklift. I do have a tractor with forks, but it's not strong enough to lift this thing out in and out of the truck. So I got the highway kit, which has been nice. It's real easy to move around for just one person. It's real easy to drive around. The only problem is you really can't, even though they call it a highway kit, these wheels really aren't good for the highway. So I usually take all back roads everywhere, which isn't a big problem for me. Some of my further out ones, I just don't do the liquid apps. I more so do applications with the permagreen for those. But this tank has been solid. So if you're debating on if you can use this commercial, I would say that you can, because I've been using commercial for about a year now. It's been exactly, I would say, a year at this point that I've had this tank, and it's been solid. Every part of it has been good. Those who don't know, it's the agitator. Usually I start it with the agitator, let it agitate, cut it off, turn the spray gun on, which you can hear that just turn on, and I put my pressure on just like that. I got it dialed in, got my rate down there. Got your filter right here, your strainer and all that. You can see the rear tail light there. The battery box didn't come with it. That's another thing. I added the battery box, but it did come with a hookup for the battery. I just figured better safe than sorry. Don't leave this exposed, so I went ahead and got a battery box for it. Nothing really to see up here. It didn't come with a basket strainer, so I just ordered one of those for when I add granular to the tank. But pretty much this is it, man. Quick review. This thing is pretty solid. Again, I have a 2 gallons per minute nozzle on it. I do liquid application fertilizers, weed control. I'm able to spray the whole lawn without a problem. This thing actually sped it up. It's more accurate with putting down materials than the old tank was, which had all types of issues. Once this thing's calibrated, dialed in, it's good to go. And cool thing is, unlike my other one, when the battery go out, this thing goes right there, and you got a manual reel. You just slap it back down in here. I've done a whole route with just that. It sucks, but it's better than having no option whatsoever. So if you're really debating, I'd definitely say I'd recommend getting this over spending, about $3,000-4,000 more for a tank that's gonna do the exact same thing. I'm very big on return on investment, and this is a good one for return on investment. As you know, when I mow with Bradley mowers. It's the same philosophy I have with that. You're spending half price on a machine that does the same quality of work, still provides top-notch services without paying for the major brand. So if anybody has any questions, please leave them below in the comments. Thank you. Have a good one. Peace.